Hi, I'm Chef Lou, and I'm going to show you how to butterfly and semi-bone a Cornish hen or a fryer chicken. Cornish hens are simply miniature chickens. Their breeding is a little different, but their anatomy is the same. So if you can do a Cornish hen, you can also do a chicken, maybe a little bit more easily because it's bigger and easier to work around. So we have this chicken removed from its packaging. And to get started, I'm going to turn it over so that it's, in essence, standing on its head. When you do this, you're going to find that the backbone of the chicken comes right down here. And if you feel, you're going to feel the scapular bones right there and right there. We're going to start with a boning knife. Something with flexibility is good. And I'm going to feel for the inside of that scapular bone. I'm going to insert the knife point right on the inside of the scapular bone, on the outside of the spine, and I'm going to cut down with a sawing motion. And the muscle and bone structure of this fowl is going to allow me to cut straight down without going through bones. I'm going to feel on here, on this side, and I'm going to cut straight down and do exactly the same thing so that I have the top where the neck and the head would be of the backbone freed up. So next, I'm going to turn it around and sitting it on its tail like that. And again, I'm going to feel. And what I'm feeling for is, you can see that here the thigh is joined up into the back of the chicken. And that you can feel that intersection right about there. And I'm going to then tilt my knife slightly outward, find that joint and go through it, and then cut straight down, like so. Cutting through any excess fat that's there. And that's going to free that up so that you can see it. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, feeling for that joint, which is right about there, cutting out, and then back down straight. And that's going to remove the backbone. So we'll go ahead and discard that. So at this point now, I'm going to turn the chicken back around. Make sure I've got it organized here. And what you can see here, this is the chicken's breastbone. Okay? And it's a good idea to butterfly your chicken, to pierce a little slit in that backbone and isolate it. So now, at this point, the bird is butterflied, okay, which means it's opened, I guess, kind of looking like a butterfly. You can use the chicken just as it is with the breastbone and also the rib bones intact. And you can go ahead and grill, or you can pan roast just like this. However, all of these little rib bones tend to get in the way of the chicken when you're trying to eat it with a fork or a knife. And so it's a nice idea to take those out. So if we're going to take the rib bones out, first thing we want to do is go ahead and take the breastbone out. You could leave it in if you wanted to provide more protection for the chicken meat of the breast. But generally, if we're going to semi-bone this, we're going to take the breastbone out. So I'm going to cut on either side of it. Not cutting down through the whole way because I want the chicken to remain intact. And then at this point, I'm going to take the top and I'm simply going to gently pull. And you can see that the breastbone has come out. Now that is the one side of the wishbone. The other side of the wishbone, it broke at some point, so there it is. I'm going to pull out the wishbone, just gently cutting on either side so I can pull it off, like so. So that was the wishbone. Okay, and now I'm going to turn it to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to get under all of the rib bones. I'm pushing up with the knife in order to not take off any breast meat. You can see that you've got a scapula bone right there. Has to come out. And when we do this, you can clearly see the joint that you cut around. That's the thigh joint where it joins the backbone of the carcass. We're going to just make sure we don't leave any stray bones in there. Okay, I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just getting under, pulling up as I cut, just really gently, scraping along the underside of those rib bones. And getting underneath. Again, we're going to feel. And make sure that we don't have any excess bones in there. There's a little excess fat right there. I can take it out. And what you now see is a semi-boneless butterflied Cornish hen or chicken, depending on which fowl you decide to work with. Once you're at this stage, you can simply pan sear by heating a hot saute pan, putting in some butter or oil, placing the fowl skin side down, getting it brown, flipping it over, and then finishing it in the oven. Or you could marinate or grill. You can do many different things with this. You can also, if you're feeling adventurous, stuff the bird by placing stuffing right here and then folding the bird up and using trussing string and a trussing needle to sew the bird up, and then you can truss the bird as you would a normal roast chicken. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, understood what I was explaining to you, and I wish you good luck in attempting to semi-bone a butterflied Cornish hen or chicken. Thanks for viewing.